Yo guys, how's it going? IK Moto here. Today we're going to be going through the YZ125 engine and tearing it down a little bit and preparing some parts for some cleanup. On this motor here I'm going to be doing a top end, but I'm also going to tear apart some stuff just to make sure everything's wearing properly and evenly. So for parts over here we have a Pro X top end gasket kit that will be for our top end rebuild. Here we have a Tusk complete gasket kit for any other miscellaneous gaskets I may need to replace. Here we have a Wiseco forged piston. I've actually had really good luck with these pistons so far. There's actually one in the bike right now, so we're going to be putting one of those into the bike. Here I have some fresh vent tube just to replace that one right there, that crankcase breather. Here we have a primary drive steel sprocket, which I'm going to be replacing, our OEM sprocket here. And then we have some more miscellaneous stuff like a spark plug, some extra clips, a dowel pin, gasket, wrist pin for the top end, a seal, and then a shift shaft if I can access it without splitting the cases. Not entirely sure if I can or not, but we're going to find out today because our current one is kind of bent. So I already went through and drained out the transmission oil, and I even threw a fresh crush washer onto the drain plug. So now I'm just going to start disassembling some miscellaneous stuff, starting with the sprocket cover, this little hose right here, just some miscellaneous stuff like that outside the engine, then we'll tear it into the engine itself. Now, one tip for anybody working on their own engines, especially if it's doing something as big as a bottom end rebuild or just any type of service when the engine is off the bike, make sure you have a really clean and organized work area. As you guys can see, I'm a little bit of an organization freak, but yeah, here we have everything all ready, laid out for parts and whatnot. Have some normal engine oil, premix, grease, stuff I'm going to be using, but yeah, that's one big thing you need to do. Make sure you keep organized when working with engines because organization is very important. Last thing you want to be doing is looking for a cylinder bolt. So here on the left side of the engine I'm going to go through and take off the sprocket covers as well as the hose coming out of the power valve. Alright guys, so a lot of the external parts are off of the engine, just miscellaneous stuff like the sprocket and whatnot. But now we're going to be tearing into the engine itself, so we're going to take off the cylinder head, then the cylinder, and take a look at our current piston. And we also have the parts that we took off soaking in the soak tank, so those will be all clean. so I decided while I had these parts torn off of the engine, I'd go through and clean them up using the Prime MX cleaning pad, Scotch-Brite, the fine Scotch-Brite. That will just be for getting the nice shine on the aluminum. We can only do this on aluminum parts though, because if we do this on steel, it could rust. Of course we could do stainless steel too. But here we have our Kickstarter, as well as our sprocket, or like case saver they call them. So I'm going to be shining these up on the wheels, so let's get right to it. Alright guys, we got these pieces looking super fresh and clean, and let me tell you guys, these Prime MX cleaning pads never disappoint. So I went through with the rough pad to try and smooth out some of the casting lines, and then of course to smooth, the fine pad went through and gave us this awesome finish. Then here's the case saver, turned out super clean. So yeah guys, I'll link in the description below where you guys can find these cleaning pads, and they never disappoint me guys, I gotta say. They always bring an amazing finish to aluminum. And yeah, again, I'll link in the description below where you can get these, so you can try these out for yourself. Alright guys, there we go. Our Kickstarter is all greased up and looking super clean. Alright guys, so this is all we have done so far, and this is going to be pretty much it for tonight. We got some of these aluminum pieces looking pretty fresh, but yeah, tomorrow I'm going to tear a little further into the engine and just make sure everything's all good to go. I'm going to take off the clutch cover, re-shine it up, and yeah, so I'll pick this back up tomorrow.